Hey there, today I just want to talk about catastrophic thinking and panic attacks. Now, if you haven't heard of this term, it's probably something that you'll be familiar with very soon, and you'll probably have experienced it to some degree or another if you have anxiety, and especially if you've had a panic attack. So, what is catastrophic thinking? So, as the term says, catastrophic, something disastrous to do with your thinking. What this basically means is there's a downward spiral of thoughts that you go through as you get closer and closer to a panic attack, as you get more and more stressed. Now, everybody goes through this a little bit, but with people who have anxiety and panic attacks, this is so prevalent, so hard to deal with that you can't arrest those thoughts as they go. And so you gradually think of worse and worse situations, more and more problems that could come up with whatever situation is stressing you, until eventually it all becomes too much. And sometimes after it, when you sort of get back on track, you look at what you're thinking, you realise it was ridiculous. You shouldn't have been thinking like that. It was completely illogical. But when you're in the grip of catastrophic thinking, it all seems so real and so logical. So let's have a look at an example, say. So, I hope you like my drawings. What usually happens is you start off with a reasonable worry about a situation. Everybody does this. You say, let's look at an interview, say, an important interview for a job. Everybody worries about that when they go into an interview. It's a stressful situation, you know you've got to perform well. But when it gets worse is when you start getting really stressed and you start exaggerating that worry. So you might think, oh, what if I do badly? What if I don't get this job? What if they laugh at me? What if they look at me like I'm an idiot? What if these guys tell other people in the industry I'm in that, I'm obviously incompetent? Exaggerated worries, seriously out of the normal, but still within reason, just. But from here, that next step, when you start getting really anxious and unreasonable worries happen, you think, well, what if I don't get this job? What if I can't get any job? What if I keep doing this all the time? What if I can't find another job and I'm stuck on welfare? I can't afford to feed my kids. I can't afford to pay the rent. Oh, it's getting really anxious and stressful now, right? Then you get to just unbelievable worry that starts causing you a panic. You think, what if I can't do that? What if I get sick? What if I am going to die because of this? I'm going to get so sick, I've got no money, I've got no insurance, I can't provide for my family, I can't do anything else, it's all going to be terrible. You can see how this is going to be leading you down towards a panic attack, where you just break down because everything is just so stressful. But when you look back at the first point, it was just an interview. It's not going to cause all that, we know that, but when you're stuck in that group of worry and panic and catastrophic thinking, it all just becomes too much, and it becomes illogical, and you only realise that after the fact. So the only thing you can really do to this is to sort of train your brain, to rewire your brain to arrest those thoughts. And if you can just stop that last point from getting to there, when you realise that's illogical, that doesn't, it's not going to happen like that. And this takes some time and experience, but if you can cut off that point and stop going down that far, then you can avoid having that panic attack. You might still be anxious, you might still be worried, you might still be stressed, but if you can get to a point where you just say, that's ridiculous, and arrest your thinking at that point, you won't go any further, hopefully. And obviously, the better you get at that, the more you can start getting rid of that. And you might just get a little bit worried. But what if you get even better at it? You can start just being in regular situations that everybody worries about. The better you get at getting rid of those catastrophic thinking, that next stage of illogical worry, the more you can control your thoughts and control your actions and control your stress levels. So the actual chemicals inside you that cause the stress, the hormones, you can actually stop those from being released if you can get a control of that adrenaline and worry. And eventually, you can be happy. You can get rid of that anxiety completely. Now, this takes time, okay? It's not a snap of the fingers and you're done. But along the way, you can train your brain to think differently. Just like you can learn pretty much anything at all, you can learn not to think catastrophically. You can learn to arrest those feelings and to stop being anxious and stop panicking. And this does take time and a lot of effort. So if you want to head over to my website, panicattacktreatmentsinfo.com, there's a whole bunch more articles there, links to some great resources that can help you do this. So I hope you really do find some help if you are finding yourself anxious and panicking. Thank you.